in you. I think you can start your clapping. I think you can start your cheering. Yeah. And welcome to the stage the wonderful Eni Oshowo.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you. That was lovely. Oh man, lovely. I was going to come up and talk about race and come, but you guys seem like a very highbrow audience. So I'm going to start with my high IQ jokes, if that's okay. I scouted out from the back a couple of people with glasses, so you're going to do a lot of the carrying here. So it's a lot on you. You guys can keep up. So riddle me this. When Borat goes on holiday to Italy, where does he go? Venice? It's a real thinker, that one. It's a real thinker. You gotta get the cogs turning. Bounce this around your brains. When Borat goes on holiday to France, where'd he go? Nice! Oh, you're not even wearing glasses. Oh man, I love that. But like, nice. Like, just mull this on your brain, so like, when Borat goes on holiday to Greenland, what does he see? Ice. So like, when Borat goes on holiday to Vegas, what's he roll? That. But she goes, when Borat goes on holiday to India, what's he trade? Spy. Alright, last one. When Borat is studying for his English GCSE, what's he read? Mice and men. So that one's a stretch, and actually there's only 2 good Borat jokes in that, but I'll make it work. I feel like I present as like a strong, confident black male until people hear me speak, and then they're like, oh yeah, that was the wish of the monkey's paw. Like, give him broad shoulders, also give him a lisp as well. Like, just keep him humble, you know? Like, he can grow a beard, but make sure it never connects. And I feel like I'm hygienic, I'm clean, I wash my face. But if I really, I'm like lazy as well. Because if I really cared about my skincare routine, I'd wash my pillowcases more. And because there's so much dirt in your pillowcases, that's why you get all the spots. But like, my skincare routine stops at having to do another chore. Because if I wash my pillowcases, then I might as well wash my duvet. Sorry, I almost choked myself. And if I wash my duvet, I might as well wash my sheets. Then if I wash my sheets, then I'm gonna have to put new sheets on my bed, and that's my least favorite thing to do. Like, I'd rather have a bumpy face than have to wash my sheets more than once a week. And obviously I mean like more than once a month, like that. And I mean like whenever I spill food on it, really. And like wet food, like grains of rice is fine, but like, I'm talking pasta. What do I want to talk? I want to say, I'm black. I hope that comes across. That's clear. I'm bisexual as well. What if that comes across? But I'm also a gamer. So I'm also known in the comedy industry as a triple threat. Maybe. But I only came out very recently. I only came out as bisexual very recently. So it's been very refreshing, like stepping into the LGBTQ scene. Because like, especially coming from the black community, I don't know if you know it, but there's so much rampant homophobia. And there's been good stepping into the queer community, where there's all the rampant racism. And I get to just dance between the two, like it doesn't affect me at all. Because I live in a fantasy world where black queers don't exist. It's called Will and Grace. Homophobia in the black community is like, it's a very weirdly nuanced thing, but it just happens a lot. Like, I'm gonna throw, I know there's no Jamaicans in here, so I'm gonna throw them under the bus. But there's this stereotype about Jamaicans where Jamaican men don't eat pussy because they think that shit's gay. Like, I've heard them say, like, they don't eat box because they think that shit's gay. But like, these straight men won't lick a vagina for fear of being perceived as gay. Makes no sense to me. It's mind-blowing, like these Jamaicans, especially as a Nigerian as well, I'm Nigerian, and see, like, we don't eat pussy because we think it's icky. We separate our homophobia and just general misogyny. We keep them separate piles. But I went on a date very recently in Brixton, and it went very well because I'm a very charming young man. And like when we stopped off at this Jamaican corner shop just to pick up some drinks, and there they had like Heineken, Carlsberg, Red Stripe. So my date goes to the Jamaican guy running the store and just asks like, do you have anything fruity? And then quick as a flash, he just points at me and goes, fruity, try him. For real, like really. The bisexual in me was like, that's homophobic. But then the black in me is like, that's really funny though. So like, quick off the mark. And do you want to hear how the comedian in me like snapped back? Like my comedic serpent response. So he goes, fruity, try him. And I hit him with one of these. I go, and then I proceeded to pay for my goods in full. Because I'm scared. I don't like conflict, I don't like to be confronted, I've got hay fever and I'm afraid of bees. I've already got a lot on my plate. I'm too scared to do a lot of things, I'm scared to try new things, I've never tasted my own cum because I'm too scared. I'm too scared. What if it tastes bad? What if it tastes good and I can't stop eating it? It's like, I don't want to be the guy who turns up late to places and it's just like, it's not late guy. So we're watching Borat? I want to be like I could be shooting out jelly beans or poison. I just know I don't have the courage to face that knowledge. And I'm scared to like put my real thoughts and feelings into conversation naturally. I have to package it as a joke, then after be like, but for real though. Like my thoughts on women's deodorant, I'm a huge fan of women's deodorant. You ladies just have so many more flavors. You got like wild rose with vanilla, jasmine with cocoa milk, and then men, we've got the 4 flavors of sport, dry, active, Africa. That's just garbage. And then like for women's perfume, you've got scents that make sense, like lavender or vanilla. And then I've never smelled a men's cologne that doesn't smell the exact same way that Red Bull tastes. Bad juice in a bottle. But what gets me the most is how they advertise it. So for like women's perfume, it's just a beautiful girl, long flowing hair down to the back of her knees, and she's just rolling around in a field of flowers. No fear of pollen, because she's a goddamn queen. Then she looks straight at the camera and has a full-on orgasm at it. The voiceover comes on, c'est le petit, my dear. And then for men's cologne adverts, it's always white guy with stubble or bald black man just marching. He marches through a brick wall, unfazed. He's a man. A wolf comes running by, howling. The man doesn't look at it. Just punches it. Rips out its heart, lifts it to the sky, and squeezes the blood over his chest. The voiceover comes on savagery. Why you go, boss? And then the bottle comes on screen, and the bottle of cologne is just a fist. It's a fist of cologne. And I'm always watching these adverts like, I want to come in a field. I would love to come in a field. She looks like she's having a great time. This boy looks like he's going to get dysentery. We smell like a come in a field. But for real though. So, volley this round your brain. So when Borat goes on holiday to China, what's he eat?
Rice.
Mary rice. But when he goes on holiday to Ghana, what's he eat? Jollof rice. And when he goes on holiday to Nigeria, what's he eat? Not mice, it's also just jollof rice. But mice is a good one. I gotta find. When Borat's watching Mickey Mouse, will he scream? That doesn't work. Mice. I've been that. Borat's dead. Fuck Borat. I want to hit you with some of the hot takes that I can't put them into jokes. I'm too lazy, so I'm just gonna throw them at you, and you're just gonna sit and take it. So hot take 1. I think if you can't do your job whilst you're a little high, you're not good at your job. That's my hard and fast rule. If you can't take 2 puffs of an indica and then go about your day, your job, half-ass it, and just do it to a passable level, then I think you've got to take a look at yourself and really work harder. I also feel that, this is a very poignant one, mainly targeted at me, but I feel like if, for parents of people of colour, if they just told their child that they love them for who they are and they believe in them no matter what they do, then the degree biomedical sciences would just not exist. Last one, I feel if I was given the option of 100 grand or dinner with Jay-Z, I'm gonna pick dinner with Jay-Z every time. Because not only is he a billionaire, he's the first black billionaire. I've got so many questions for him. Number one would be like, Jay-Z, is the J short for jizz or is it short for jazz? That's actually my only question, actually. Or I'd probably ask him as well, like, hey, Jizzy or Jazzy, depending on his answer. How many times has Borat appeared in the feature-length film? Twice. Oh, so silly. I'm gonna end this one. So I've been doing a lot of research recently into UK-specific Black history because they don't really teach it in school. And I came across this sign that they used to hang up outside of restaurants as late as the 70s that said, no blacks, no Irish, no dogs. I was like, oh my God, that's fucked. So I thought about it. So like, we've come so far as a society, you know, in these like 50 years. Like white people have really come around on dogs, man. Really come around on dogs. And like I feel there's this weird like kinship between like the Irish and black people as well. Like Irish, they're like the blacks of the white world. Because we had that slime incident, and there's this weird stereotype about black people where like, oh, we turn up to things late, so we call it black time. Then for Irish, they've got an Irish goodbye. And it's like, when are you guys just gonna catch on? Like, we just don't want to see you. We're still mad about the sign. Yeah, you guys have been lovely. I've gone through all of my Borat jokes, and you managed to sit through all of them. So you guys have been lovely. I've been Eni Oshowo. Have a good rest of the night.
Give up Eni! You have earned yourself a break now.